Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcast for March 04, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. We have several significant stories to update you on tonight. Firstly, we're following the developing situation in the Middle East, where the United States and Israel have launched strikes against Iranian targets, prompting concerns about international law and the potential for a wider conflict. Iran has retaliated with attacks on Israeli and US bases, and experts warn of a new era of unilateralism, where powerful states disregard global norms. In other news, the UK government has announced that it will stop issuing study visas to individuals from Afghanistan, Cameroon, Myanmar, and Sudan, citing widespread visa abuse. This move aims to restore order and control to the UK's borders, but not everyone agrees with this approach, arguing that it may create problems for genuine refugees. We're also keeping an eye on the situation in Europe, where Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez has announced plans to reform the country's electoral law. The proposed changes aim to make the voting system more proportional and reduce the number of small parties in Parliament. Lastly, we reported earlier this week on the UK's immigration policy, with the government having protection for refugees to 6 months in an attempt to curb small boat crossings. This move has sparked debate about the balance between maintaining control over borders and upholding the country's tradition of providing sanctuary to those who genuinely need it. We'll continue to monitor these developing stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and Nanshul and know what's right now. Firstly, the conflict between the US, Israel, and Iran has taken a significant turn with the killing of Iranian leader Ayatollah Khamenei. We've delved into the legal implications of this action, exploring both domestic US law and international legal principles. The situation remains complex, with questions surrounding the legitimacy of preemptive self-defense and the distinction between legitimate military targets and assassinations. In a related development, Iran is bracing for a new era of leadership as the country mourns the loss of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. His son, Mojtaba Khamenei, has emerged as a potential candidate to succeed him, despite controversy surrounding his clerical credentials and human rights record. The international community is watching closely, aware of the implications of Mojtaba's potential leadership on Iran's nuclear program and regional ambitions. Lastly, we've examined the broader context of the US-Israeli actions against Iran, including the legal framework provided by the War Powers Resolution and the United Nations Charter. As the situation continues to unfold, it's clear that the world is navigating uncharted territory, with geopolitical realities and strategic considerations playing a significant role alongside legal technicalities. We invite our listeners to share their thoughts on these developments, particularly regarding Mojtaba Khamenei's potential leadership and its impact on the region and the world. Join the conversation on our social media channels using the hashtag AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your anchor, Louis. Firstly, the ongoing turmoil in West Asia has sent shockwaves through global financial markets, resulting in significant wealth erosion for Indian investors. As the situation continues to evolve, it's crucial for investors to remain informed, cautious, and patient, prioritizing a well-diversified investment strategy to navigate these uncertain times. In other news, President Donald Trump has weighed in on the battle between crypto firms and traditional banks over stablecoin yields. The president's support for the crypto industry has sparked debate about potential conflicts of interest and the future of finance. We'll continue to monitor this developing story and keep you updated on any further developments. Lastly, we took a closer look at two companies that have caught the attention of Southern Sun Asset Management, Oshkosh Corporation, and API Group Corporation. Both companies have shown promising results, with strong organic growth and durable competitive positions. However, as with any investment, it's essential to consider the potential downsides and do your own research before making any decisions. remember to stay informed, stay vigilant, and always keep a level head in the world of investments. Good night. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we've been following the repairs to Russia's damaged launch pad at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. We're pleased to report that the repairs are now complete, and Roscosmos has announced plans to launch the Progress MS-23 cargo spacecraft to resupply the International Space Station on March 15th. In another story, researchers have made a groundbreaking discovery about the availability of bioessential nutrients like phosphorus and nitrogen on exoplanets. They found that fewer than 10% of simulated planets have Earth-like abundances of these elements, which are crucial for life to emerge and thrive. This finding has significant implications for our understanding of the Fermi paradox and the search for extraterrestrial life. Lastly, we've been exploring the vast expanse of space, where humanity's quest for exploration and discovery continues unabated. From the launch of crewed missions to the International Space Station to the ongoing collaboration between Russia and the West in space exploration, there's no shortage of exciting developments in this field. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First, we took a look at the remarkable upset wins in college basketball, where Arizona State stunned number 7 Kansas with an 84-82 victory. This thrilling matchup showcased the resilience and determination of the Sun Devils, led by Mo Odom and Masamba Diop. Next, we delved into the NFL offseason, exploring the potential trade of Denver Broncos quarterback Jarrett Stidham. We analyzed the value of having a reliable veteran backup quarterback like Stidham and what it could mean for the team's dynamics. The question remains, should the Broncos consider trading him, and if so, what kind of return would be satisfactory? Lastly, we examined the world of sports betting and the recent upset wins in college basketball, highlighting the unpredictability of the sport. We also touched on the concept of a quarterback tax in the NFL, where teams are willing to pay a premium for players who can make a tangible difference in their chances of success. These stories showcase the excitement, drama, and intrigue that define the world of sports. Tune in tomorrow for more in-depth analysis and discussion on these topics. This is Howard Closewell, signing off. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we're exploring the complexities of Nigeria's healthcare system following the tragic loss of Nkanu Adichie, Esige, the young son of renowned author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The incident has sparked a wider debate about patient safety and the need for systemic change in Nigeria's hospitals. Next, we're taking you to rural Japan, where women are breaking down barriers and pushing against traditional societal norms. We spoke with Hiroshima Governor Mika Yokota, who's leading the charge towards creating a more inclusive and equitable society for women in the workforce. And finally, we're looking at the intersection of technology and humanity through the story of NASA's Mars exploration program. Although not covered in tonight's articles, our previous discussions have highlighted the incredible advancements being made in space exploration and the potential for human discovery on the Red Planet. These stories remind us that behind every headline, there are human beings with hopes, dreams, and a desire for change. As we move forward, let's carry these stories with us and strive to create a more just and compassionate world for all. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Tonight, I'm summarizing our top stories for you. First off, congratulations are in order for Tom Holland and Zendaya on their marriage. How cute are they? We also talked about the rising trend of solo theater going, because who says you need someone else to enjoy a good show? ATG Entertainment's Solo Seats initiative is making waves, offering discounted tickets and pre-show mixers for those flying solo. And, let's get real, folks. While everyone's buzzing about drones, we're shining the spotlight on the real stars of the entertainment industry, our A-listers strutting their stuff on the red carpet. From fashion hits to misses, I've got the tea on who's wearing what and how to keep it simple, yet chic. Stay fabulous, and don't forget to tune in next time for more juicy gossip and expert advice from yours truly. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we looked at an innovative project aimed at restoring natural habitats through a unique collaboration between conservationists and local communities. This initiative not only promotes biodiversity but also highlights the importance of collective action in preserving our planet's precious ecosystems. Next, we examined the current state of research on microplastics and their impact on human health. While initial concerns suggested a significant risk, more thorough investigations indicate that the actual intake of microplastics might be lower than previously thought, and the health risks associated with them may not be as immediate or severe as often portrayed. Lastly, we explored a fascinating study on the allure of crystals, conducted by researchers at the Donostia International Physics Center. By studying enculturated chimpanzees, our closest living relatives, the team discovered that these primates exhibit a strong fascination with crystals similar to humans. This research suggests that our attraction to crystals may have deep evolutionary roots, dating back to our common ancestors with chimpanzees. These stories remind us of the intricate connections between humans, animals, and the natural world, encouraging continued exploration and research into the complexities of human nature and our place within the world around us. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.